How you doing today, Jay?
I'm right out a perk tail, or right out, whatever, right out perk tail, whatever this thing goes.
I really don't know what you just said. If you don't mind me asking, what the hell made you famous?
I don't know. It was, let's see, it started back in 2008, then it slacked off. Then it picked up a little bit more, then it slacked off. And lately, like that January 6th interview with Playboy morning show and then Cocktails with Patrick the following day, it's just been snowballing.
And you were on Howard Stern too, right?
No, he backed out. He didn't call me. I don't like it. I don't know who he thinks he is.
Howard Stern, what a mother.
But I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, that's. I can't believe he backed out on you. So I just have a few questions for you. I know recently, I'm sure you're aware of it, that you were featured on a show called Tosh.0 on Comedy Central Network.
Yes.
And I just want to know, what's your opinion? How do you feel about the fact that you were featured on a show like that? Does it piss you off that he said things like, you need to be put in prison and you're a pedophile? I mean, you are doing creepy with little girls, but...
I was warned about it about an hour before, honestly. And I watched it. The only thing I didn't like was, and they said, I didn't see it, was they said I was a pedophile, which is not true. And I'm going to deal with that in an upcoming video today. Because I'm not a pedophile, never have been. I've done nothing but help people. So I don't appreciate that. Saying I need to be locked up, I thought maybe that was just just shooting his mouth off. But I've heard from some fans who didn't like it.
Right.
And that's slander. That is slander.
That is
Another radio station made a wisecrack similar, saying I need to be in a mental institution or something like that, or be on bills. That's slander. Pure and simple. And I don't appreciate it, and I could sue them if I wanted to. I've been advised I could, but I don't feel like going through all that mess or not.
Right.
But I'm going to do a video about that today.
Well, I don't know if he's necessarily wrong on all of this, but great. So we can expect a new video from you today on your YouTube account.
Yeah, and let me there's this kid who called me Sunday before I stopped taking calls because there was getting me a lot of prank calls. He called me crying, saying that I was his hero, and I'd given him hope because he had wanted to commit suicide for 2 years, and I just gave him just an upbeat attitude, and so I said, what about your mother? He said, well, my mother died of cervical cancer, and his grandmother was on crack cocaine that had been
Oh, I like that, crack cocaine.
to the police, and they had done nothing, and so of all the people in America he could have called, he called me.
Wow, Jay, you're such an inspiration.
And that speaks volumes, doesn't it?
That does. That's great. Jay Herrod, saving kids from killing themselves. Wow, I'm really impressed, Jay. Well, Jay, I just have a few...
Don't call me a pedophile. Well, all I'm trying to do is be nice to these people, helping these kids, these teenagers, because they look up to me.
Okay, so the whole reason we're even here talking to you today is because of Selena Gomez. You're a little like being called a pedophile because you're a little bit creepy with what you say about Selena Gomez in your videos. You have videos with your pants down, kind of dancing around like a weirdo. But why Selena Gomez and not celebrities like Miley Cyrus or some other little girl to pay attention to?
That Selena thing came about when my 14-year-old son asked me to do some videos, trying to get her to notice him. I had never heard of Selena. I knew about Miley Cyrus and the other ones, but I'd never heard of her. So I do the videos. Then after he leaves here from Colorado Springs, she calls, or an agent calls, or somebody calls, trying to connect. And then Selena, and I said, well, he's back in Louisiana, so I tell him how to reach him. Well, they have a hard time trying to reach him, so every now and then she calls back, and she starts calling a little bit more and a little bit more, and finally starts to be on a regular basis. And so, I was flattered by it all, and I was talking to some of my friends around here. I said, it's flattering and all that, but she's 18, and look how old I am. They said, well, see,
she's not 18, though.
If this is for real, it was something that, don't worry about the age. And what attracted me to her was her intelligence. She's extremely smart. She's a real loving, caring type of person.
Debatable.
And she helps charities.
Maybe.
And after I looked at all that, then I started to see what she looked like, because all I'd ever seen of her was just a headshot.
Right,
And
hot
then I
damn.
took up her songs, and I said, well, she sings nice, too, so that's what attracted
She
me to
sings.
her
So you
more
are.
than anything.
So you are attracted to her then, right? So so not a matter of age. Love is love. So you do actually have feelings for Selena Gomez, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. So how do you feel about things like all this information going on about Justin Bieber, and seeing Selena Gomez? Are you jealous of that, or?
No, because the way I see it, that ain't gonna work out. I mean, she's 16, which means she's still late to her. She's
2 seconds ago,
way
you said she was
more
18.
Mature than he is, and that may be just an infatuation type of deal. You know, they're both sing music and stuff. And they say two people at the, I don't know, doing the same thing like that. Generally, it don't work out that well. So I'm not worried about that. It's just like, if this thing don't work out between me and Selena, there's always somebody else.
Right. There's always more fish in the sea.
I'm not totally focused on Selena right now. I mean, I got my career ahead of me. That's secondary right now. That Selena thing is secondary right now.
Right. You got to put your career first, and I'm glad that's on the high road. And I realize now part of your new career is, I just saw your recent video in which you plan on running for president in 2012.
Yes.
So where do you stand on certain issues that you feel will make our listeners want your vote? Where do you feel about things like same-sex marriage or anything of that sort?
Okay, same-sex marriage, I'm against.
Good, me too. I hate them queer.
That's because, for one thing, in the Bible, it forbids it. I'm sorry, I don't have anything personally against them, but it's just, I'm against it. It says so in the Bible, that's it. And so far as gun control, I believe every American should be allowed to have a gun.
Right. Now, you believe everybody should have a gun. How do you feel about news stories coming out like the shooting in Arizona, or a lot of CNN coverage on children who are possessing guns and shooting family members or bringing guns to school? How do you feel that relates to that?
I blame that on the parents not putting guns away, because I know when I was growing up, the guns were kept in a locked closet. There's no way we could get to it.
That's a good thing, because most likely you would have been using it, right?
And then we were taught the proper way after we got older how to use the gun. And even if you were to ban all guns, there's some way, somehow, some criminal will find a way to get one.
Right.
So every American has the right to own a gun to protect her property and life.
Right. Well, I appreciate you talking to us today, Jay. I hope everything works out with your presidential candidacy, and I hope everything goes well for your future with Selena. And thanks for taking the time.
You know, if it don't work out with Selena, so be it. You know, some young guys on Selena or nothing. I'm not like that. You know, I'm present on the fact that they're trying to work it out so me and her can meet. And like, I'm getting tired of this Selena thing. Either she's going to meet me or she's not. And you know, that's what it's coming down to, because I ain't got time for this.
She needs to woman up and stop wasting your time.
Hang on. Goodbye.
Oh, I pissed him off on that one. He just hung up. Jay Herrod, everybody. Wow.